these years coming to Disney and I didn't go down this trail. Maybe. It is an amazing tree. Hey there everyone, I hope you're having a truly magical day today. Today we're back at Disney's Animal Kingdom and we're doing something that I've been wanting to do since I moved to the Orlando area. I want to see how many creatures we can count on the Tree of Life without looking up how many there are on it. I have never found out exactly how many animals are on the Tree of Life. I know you can look it up, but I have not looked it up for this very reason. I want to see how many I can count before we find out the actual number, see how close we can get. So see if we can count just like as many as possible. Maybe we'll get close, maybe. I don't know, there are tons on there. But I brought my big lens so we can take a real close look at this amazing Tree of Life today. Let's do it. Now before we start counting, I do want to note this is an extremely complex tree. It goes through the line for itself to be a bug. So we're gonna have to go through that line to count some of those animals here, but it's gonna be worth it, absolutely. My plan is to look at it from different angles, like this one right here, see how many from the ground level and up above, and then move around and catch those different angles of the tree. Look at that Tree of Life right there. Hard to imagine that there are so many animals carved into the side, but as you can see, as we start to zoom in here, there are a lot. Let's get to counting. Right on top, there's a leopard. Then next to the leopard, kind of underneath them, you see that marlin kind of carved into the tree there. And then hanging onto the leopard's tail a little bit, I'm gonna right below the leopard. See him hanging on there? Little monkey right there. Now, right up above the leopard, you can see a little bit of a dog's eye and ear and a tiny bit of its neck. Above the dog, you can see there's a hippo right up there, a very large hippo. Next to the hippo, we've got a large scorpion there, and next to the scorpion, kind of by its little claw there, there's some kind of maybe iguana creature, some large reptilian creature. Of course, next to Mr. Scorpion, we've got the owl. So nice. Above the owl, just a bit to its left-hand side, I see a bat. Looks like there's more than one bat though. Maybe like a fruit bat and another type of bat over there. See them? Kind of two of them. One looking sideways, one looking forward. Interesting. Above the owl, you can see two giraffes kind of sticking their necks out right there, looking at the world. On top of the ostrich's head, you see this? There's a bumblebee. There's a very large bumblebee. I'd never noticed that before. I think next to the ostrich's head, we've got kind of like a manatee or maybe a large porpoise animal. See him right on the kind of left-hand side of the ostrich? Wow. Now above the other monkey there, you can see a large millipede kind of climbing on that branch up above. Above the millipede, we can see a large rabbit or hare right there with a big ear. Next to the monkey, you've got a squirrel popping out of the tree. I don't think I've noticed that one before, and I'm pretty sure that's a seahorse next to the squirrel. On the side of the tree there, kind of on one of those larger branches, you can see some rams or some other large animal with horns. Below the rams, I think that's maybe a sparrow up there. Not 100% sure, but it's a winged creature for sure. I keep looking around to make sure I don't miss any. You can see above the hare, there's a large moose there. Never seen it before. Wow. I had to move a little bit to see this one, but next to the moose, do you see that like grasshopper on that large branch to the, I guess, right of where you can see the moose right there? Large grasshopper. Wow. Now zooming out a little bit from the tree here, take a look. There's like some kind of large fish creature with a large mouth right there. See him right there? Maybe like it's kind of a whale. I know there's another whale elsewhere, but there's maybe a large fish creature here. Next to that fish creature, we've got a beetle on the branch. See him? Wow, that's a large beetle. You walk right past it. Below the beetle, we've got maybe a snake or maybe a swan, a larger body on the bottom there. Not 100% sure. It's amazing. I'm just standing here. I'm seeing more animals as we walk along here. There's a sloth hanging up above. Okay, so we got that large mouth swimming creature next to him, then the sloth. Below, we've got the beetle. See that? Wow, that's so cool. Walking away from the tree for just a moment to see our favorite friends coming down the waterway. Oh, so cool. We've got Timon and Rafiki over there. That's so cool. Hey, Timon, there you saw me. That's so cool. There's Rafiki. Hey, Rafiki. Okay, continuing our hunt on the Tree of Life here, I'm kind of turning around just a little bit, and then look underneath this branch right in there. There's like a large, what would you call that? One of those large lizards with the fin around his neck. Almost looks like a dinosaur. Large lizard creature. Ta-da! We're gonna go in there in a moment, but you can already tell what we're going to find inside. That is an octopus's tentacle right there. Right below the waterfall here, let's take a closer look. There's a large animal right there coming into view. See that? I'm not sure what that is. It's like, I'm not sure. I've seen it on the savannah, I think. large animal, maybe from Africa. Super cool. I am quickly losing track of how many animals we find, so I'm gonna leave that to editing, Michael, to let us know how we are, how we're doing in terms of the hunt. But in terms of this side of the Tree of Life, so far I haven't seen anything else. I keep like standing and staring at pieces of the tree, not finding any other creatures. So I'm gonna make my way in there momentarily, just one more look to make sure I haven't missed any on this side. I'm sure I have. There's so many. No more that I can see on this side. Let's make our way in here. I'm already seeing so many animals in here. Oh my gosh, you see the crab right underneath, or underneath this branch. Okay, there we go, I'm getting the white balance right. Crab right under there. Above the crab, we've got another bird. See the bird right there? I'm thinking that's a pigeon. That looks like a pigeon to me. And then next to the pigeon is a very large hippo. That's awesome. I totally missed this. I'm gonna zoom out in a second, but look at that. Super large hippo on that branch. The tentacles come from this squid right there. Tough to tell him from the tree. See that? But this is all this squid right here with the tentacles right there. Wow. I honestly did not think it was this many. I'm losing track super fast, and I've totally lost track, but so cool. The snake, a little bit more recognizable right there. Big fangs right there, a little scary, but super nice snake. And then up above him, we can see that kind of, I'm gonna call him a dinosaur. That looks like a dinosaur to me, with the kind of the thing around his neck right there. Dinosaur-looking scary creature there. To give you a little perspective of where we are, we came from over there. This is where I saw the crab and the squid and the hippo. And I'm turning around here. You can see my bag on the ground over there. There is a goldfish right here against the wall. There's a kangaroo right across the way from them. And then look at that. There's a little roo. Little Roo with the kangaroo. Wow. Above the goldfish there, you can see a horse right up above. A little bit easier to tell him apart from the other animals. Some of the animals are really tough to find. The horse is easier. I can't believe it. I almost walked right past the jellyfish. I'm sure I'm missing some along the way. Let me show you where he is. If you kind of walk under the path, see the path right there? Up above, there's the squid and the crab and the hippo right there. And then you've got the jellyfish. So cool. On the branch a little further back there, you can see there's a large butterfly, maybe a moth or a butterfly, one of the two. But the winged insect right there. Now, in order to see a few more of these creatures in there, I am gonna have to walk through the line of it's tough to be a bug, and we will. But before we actually do it, I wanna show you a few that I can see from here. There's a frog right there, a small frog. Above the frog, I'm not sure if you can see it, but it is a hammerhead shark. At least that's what it looks like to me. See the large fin and the head right there? Hammerhead shark. Super cool. Now, there's another scorpion up above, and I am actually counting animals, not type of animal. So I know we've seen scorpions before, but that counts as another one on the Tree of Life, in my opinion. There's another look at that hammerhead shark right there, all the way on the ground. And then above him, you can see a grasshopper right there. Now, across the way, a little closer to the theater, you can see either an alligator or a crocodile. I'll figure out which one is which eventually. But you can see them hanging on the tree. Directly up above us, you can see kind of like a gecko or a skink or a large kind of reptilian creature. He's actually small in real life, I believe. You can see that big eye right there gives him away. As we zoom out here just a bit, you can see there's a large, I think it's orangutan, right here against the tree, kind of like looking at more of the forest in that direction. Now, in addition to the gecko creature right there hanging onto the side of the tree, there's this large amphibian. I think that's another snake. It looks like another snake, and it looks like he's eating something. See how his mouth's kind of open there? And he's eating something. Large snake. With the orangutan right above us, we're gonna turn down this way a little bit, and against the tree, kind of in a little small little hole right there, little ladybug. Next to the ladybug, and there's actually more than one, they go all the way down there, we've got these pelicans and winged creatures. So you can see the large one with the large mouth right there flying along, and then kind of inside his mouth is another pelican or another winged creature. Wow. Now, as I was looking at the tree, I found these tortoises inside their little area right here. I don't think I've ever really noticed them before. You can see this one's really active, walking all along there with his tortoise buddies all along. Wow, this is great to see. I'm going to do some animal exploration another day at Animal Kingdom. We'll find all the different areas where the animals are hiding. But today is all about the Tree of Life. And up above, kind of in line right there, you can see two beetles. Almost looks like they're chatting, or possibly a small confrontation right there up on the tree. Take a look. I'm seeing more animals as we're making our way back. There's a scorpion on the wall, and then a dolphin kind of above where the entrance to the theater is. We'll make our way there in just a bit. There's also another winged insect on the tree. So we saw like the butterfly. See him right up there, or moth right up there. And then there's another one right over there. Getting a closer look at this beetle right over here, you can see below him, that's definitely some kind of swan or maybe goose right there against the rock. Wow. Let's make our way under the tree here, see what we can see. It's tough for me to tell exactly what this is, but somehow I don't think it's part of the tree. It almost looks like a hermit crab, just a little bit. Not 100% clear on it, but I think that's something. Underneath this walkway, we can see a large shark right there. Oh, scary. Scary. Next to the shark, we can see this large fox, or maybe a minx, a large cat-like animal walking through the forest, kind of in the tree. Underneath him, there's an eagle right there. Large talons below, a little bit of that head up above, and his wings, both sides. Close to the ground here, a super large squirrel or groundhog. That's a super large one. He's huge. He's huge. On this side of the tree, I'm seeing that large, it looks like the Gila monster. See that large, super large lizard. His tail goes all the way up and around too. Wow. Close to where that shark is, you can see the, it looks like another kangaroo, doesn't it? I mean, some large animal with these large front paws. It really looks like another kangaroo to me. Now on this side of the tree of life, we can clearly see a large elephant right there, kind of as you make your way out from this passageway here. Large elephant, tusk in the air too. In front of him, there's this small mole kind of peeking his head out. That's super nice. Next to the mole, you can see the large big mouth bass right there. Large fish. I've been fishing before, but I've never caught anything like that. From this angle, we can also see a large, looks like maybe killer whale right there, like underneath where the bass is. See the bass right there? You see the teeth of this large swimming animal right there. Now, if we look up on top of the tree again, you can see even more animals. There's our bear right there. I've seen him before from further away, but down here we can see him again. Next to him, you can see that octopus or squid. You can see the suction cups for him, but kind of like right in front, you can see his head, a little bit of the eye peeking out. In front of the octopus, you can see maybe the little meerkat right back there, standing up, looking to his, that would be his left right there, our right. But he's looking over. Right above the bass there, that looks like a turkey. I would think that's probably a turkey. Now above that little meerkat creature and next to the bat, you can see there's kind of like a beaver poking his head out of that branch right up there. That's very interesting. Little teeth you can see. That's the most distinguishing part. Above the mole there, I didn't notice that the first time I looked. There's a turtle just sitting right up top there looking out. Wow, I'm seeing all sorts of new animals. By the side of the tree, you can see that very large, maybe catfish up against it. And then like looking at the catfish, you see that super large lion kind of half mouth open. Wow. Above the lion, you can see a little bit of a horse kind of jumping in midair. I'm trying to clear him up for you so you can see him. But you see his leg. You can clearly see his legs right there. There you go. And then more of his head kind of around the other side of the tree. Near the exit here, you can see a large wolf right there. And below the wolf, there's this, I'm going to call him a badger, maybe a badger. Large creature right there. I always like seeing him. He's by the exit of It's Tough to Be a Bug right there. Now we saw him earlier, but I want to show you a closer look at that owl. Wow. So defined with those eyes. The meerkat seems to be looking at the slug right there. Didn't notice him before. In front of the squid or octopus, you can see the face of an orangutan right there. I'd never seen him before. And above the orangutan, see that crab right up there? Another one. Wow. Above the crab, I can see maybe a pigeon right above him, and then there's a tropical fish, and then another crab right next to that crab. There's an animal I've never seen before, maybe a llama right up there against the side of the tree of life. Wow. On this branch right there, a little bit tough to see, but you see that like mouse sitting right there, and I'm seeing, you know, he's got those little legs there, but there are some arms like an orangutan's holding onto him. Maybe I'm just missing it, but there's kind of like a separate piece of the mouse, I'm sure that's in there. By the base, near the exit, almost passed right by. It looks like a camel. That looks like the face of a camel right there, making his way up on the tree. It's amazing how I'll see one animal and not another right next to the catfish, kind of with the catfish, near the claw of the lion. You'll see like a parakeet. Right? Wow. Above the parakeet, there's another beetle. Up on that branch there are some teeth. I'm not sure what it's for, but some large teeth right there. See it on that branch? I don't know if I can count that as an animal though. All I can see is teeth. This waterfall showcases a giraffe hiding right there in the tree. Not hiding too much, but we see him. We see Mr. Giraffe. Right underneath the llama, you can see there's a falcon or eagle right there. Wow, his wings kind of up on that other branch. See that? And then next to him, that looks like a bumblebee or some other wasp or another insect. I'm sure we'll get a better view of him from further away. Underneath the lion, you can see a pigeon or a dove along with some more fish, and that's definitely a snake. See the snake's head below the paw of the lion? Now the whale is a little bit more difficult to see from most of these angles down here. It's easier to see from further away, but right in front of the snail, between the snail and the owl, do you see him right there? Very large whale. So cool. Now I'm making my way back towards the front of the Tree of Life, and I'm seeing animals. I am. It's so tough to show you through there. It's impossible. We're gonna walk around. Now we're back by the front of the Tree of Life. We're gonna see a bunch of animals over here, no doubt about it. Let's start up front with the foreground here of the Tree of Life. There's an elephant right up front, and then we've got a large deer right there with very large antlers. Right next to the deer, we've got this large hermit crab right there. You can see his eyes right there, part of his shell. And then kind of next to him a little bit, we've got that buffalo or bison making up the foreground before the Tree of Life. Right below the trunk of the elephant, you can see a large anteater right there. I recognize him from that large snout. In front of the anteater, we've got another maybe Komodo dragon right there, kind of a scaly dragon. Wow. On the other side of this foreground area, there's a large ram making up that first part right there. You can see him with the horns kind of looking right at us. You can see these little otters right here. I miss them just about every time I walk by. So cute though. Right up front, we've also got this, I think it's iguana right there. Large eye right there, and kind of in front of him, looking at him a little bit, we got this very large crocodile or alligator. One of the two. Very big teeth there. Amazing how I keep walking back and forth because I'm seeing new ones just as I glance over here. On the back of that anteater, there's a baby anteater. And next to the anteater, we've got that macaw right there, large bird flying away. Now back on the Tree of Life here, take a look right up at the top. You've got a koala looking right at you. Underneath of him, you can see the wing of that eagle we were talking about before. Below the koala, next to the eagle, you got a seahorse there. All the way over there on the side of the tree, you can see that large ram-like creature along with maybe, is that a, possibly a hedgehog? A little closer to the trunk of the tree, and then maybe a small rat or mouse below it. There's some kind of cricket or grasshopper next to the eagle there, and then looking kind of below there, you can see another one of those, I'm going to call him an antelope right there. I don't think it's an antelope though. And then next to him, you've got that bear creature right there, and then look above, it's like a flying squirrel. A lot of squirrels all throughout the tree there. Then there's like a moth or a bee and a butterfly, I think, and a large bird there, and maybe that's the head of a snake again? Oh my gosh, there's so many in one spot. On that far side of the tree, you can see a rhino over there, along with more of those squirrels. There's like a lot of squirrels. Then there's some fish, kind of right in front of where the rhino's looking. See all those fish there? Wow. Looks like up front we've got a porcupine there, right above the head of that lion, which we've seen so many times and love. Then right below where the lion is, just below his paw there, you see the roadrunner. Wow. Right below the roadrunner, there's a large, it looks like a fish. Do you see that right there? Below the roadrunner? It's a very, very large-headed fish there. Right by that ram, we can see another buffalo or bison on the tree itself, and then moving all the way across the tree here. Take a look, more of those feet right there. I'm pretty sure that is part of a larger elephant. We'll get back to that side of the tree in a minute. Right up front there, right by the waterfall, see that elephant right there? More of those tusks. Wow. And then I think above them, I want to say platypus, but oh no, wait a minute. I see it now. See the head of it with the eye looking at the water? It looks more like a crocodile. Yeah, it's another crocodile, no doubt about it. Against the side of the tree there, can you see that frog? Kind of with a webbed foot kind of on top of the head of that maybe sheep or small ram right below. Wow, my gosh, they've packed so many animals. There is no way, absolutely no way I'm gonna be able to get all of them, but we're gonna get as many as we can. Now let's make our way back towards the Tough to Be a Bug line and see some more animals along the way. Just made some great pin trades here. I've got this very special ice cream, Mike and Sully, very cool, and a Goofy cruise line with those flags there. Wow. It's Tough to Be a Bug is closed at the moment, but we're gonna make our way down this trail kind of near the line to see more of the tree. In all my years coming to Animal Kingdom, I have never walked this trail before. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm finding new trails. Wow. Right up in the branches there, you can see a dolphin just sitting out there, kind of smiling at us. Wow. From here, we have a much closer look at that camel. It's a camel, not a llama, right there. Alligator or crocodile. Then above it, sure enough, armadillo. Now below alligator or crocodile, you can see there's a big old spider right there. Unbelievable trail here. I still can't believe I've never walked down here. This is amazing. Right here, not sure what creature that is. Maybe like a lemur? Kind of sitting right there. Huge, huge head. Like a lemur right there. From this angle, we can see so many amazing animals. We're gonna start with the tree right up there. See right there, kind of underneath the lion, see a starfish sitting right there. And it looks like he's sitting on a shell. There's a turtle right there. And above him, there's that, what's that ancient sea animal called? You know what I'm talking about, kind of like the crab with the exoskeleton. Super cool. From here, we can see that this one up here is actually not a ram, it's an ape. Wow. Closer to the ground here, we've got a rhino right there, and then there's a hawk right next to him, and then like kind of behind him a little bit, there's maybe an elk right there, larger elk. Next to the rhino and the falcon or eagle right there, there's this maybe little mouse or rat right there, or half of his face right there. Behind the waterfall here. Honestly, I had no idea I could do this. As we make our way out of the waterfall, we get a much better view of this tortoise or turtle right there. You can see the fish up above and even more of these animals. Wow, much better view. Down at ground level, we've got some kind of octopus or squid right there. Over here, we've got kind of like a gecko. You know, a salamander, gecko, something like that. In front of him, there's like a bird, maybe a small pigeon right there. And then up above, even more animals. Looks like a flock of geese or ducks right there. Above, we've got that parakeet again that we saw earlier. There's that lizard. And then look kind of above the frog or gecko or lizard, there's that big ant. It's a huge, huge ant. Below the rhino, you can see that very special, isn't it like a squid type creature from ancient days? You know, I feel like I've seen that in the history museums where it's like the no longer around squid. Right on that branch right there, there's another scary looking shark. Da, 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 da. If we look right in there past where the eagle's wing is, you can see another one of those special geckos or salamanders right there. Didn't see that one at first in front of the rhino's face. Big ol' snake. Not sure if I mentioned it earlier, but there's kind of like a gopher or groundhog above the lion. Now this is clearly something, but I can't tell what it is. Maybe that little light's an eye or something. I really kind of looks like an open mouth of an animal. I really can't tell just by looking at it. Maybe I'm missing it. Sometimes you see these things right in front of you and totally miss it. Look at these, I think they're called gazelle, perhaps, with the antlers kind of interlocking right there, kind of in a battle right there. Another seahorse up there by that squirrel, and then there's kind of like I don't know if you can see it right there, kind of with that horn right there, a horse-type creature, or antelope-type creature with a horn right there, like a jagged one. Wow. In front of the ant there is an ape. There's just an ape sitting right there, kind of looking upwards. Cool. I just saw a Disney bunny. Let's see if I can see it again. Being real quiet. Oh, there you are. Hey, Disney bunny. Disney bunny. Up. See, we're seeing the animals on the tree. We're also seeing animals in real life all over the trail. Wow. As we make our way down this way, we can see some crustaceans right here. You see there's like a lobster right there. Definitely a shrimp right here. There's another one there. I'm not sure which that one is, but you can see a lot of these crustaceans. Crab right down there, another octopus, and another one of those exoskeleton creatures right there. All these years coming to Disney and I didn't go down this trail. Maybe I did as I was a kid. I'll have to ask my mom, but better late than never. Better late than never. That was awesome. It's Tough to Be a Bug is closed and we've got 9 minutes left of the park being open. So what to do? I'm thinking about some food. Decided to come into Pandora for a little bit of dinner with 7 minutes left of the park being open. I'm reviewing the order now, submitting payment, and off we go. It's been a little while since I've given those cheeseburger pods a try. I want to give them another try here. Perfect timing. Pandora to ourselves too. That's the best part. Now you may be saying to yourself, Michael, are you going to be getting a night blossom with this meal? I would like to. I would like to. Just had dental work done, so I'm not going to do it. Out of respect for Dr. W, but in the future. By the way, Doc, can I get a discount for not drinking a night blossom this time? That is so nice. That is so fantastic right there. Waiting for our order right now. Tempted by the night blossom, but sticking behind what I said. Not gonna get it. Respect for my dentist, but make our way in. Back at Sutyla Canteen as the park is closing, trying the cheeseburger pod again with those vegetable chips. I remember being okay, but I want to give it another try. Really, really do. Also comes with this cutie tangerine right there. I've got some Powerade and water as well. Here we go. I'm glad I gave it another try. I'm tasting some new flavors that I didn't taste before. Very kind cast member just came up to me and said, would you care for anything to go, like a to-go drink since you already have a drink, or a to-go box? I said, yes, please, let's go ahead and get a to-go box. They are not rushing me out. They're just closing down the beverage island. Super, super thoughtful and nice of them. A few more bites into the cheeseburger pod. It's better than I remember. Right off the bat, I can tell you that. No doubt about it. It's not something I would go out of my way for, but I can see myself getting it again when I'm in the mood for something kind of soft in the bao bun and that cheeseburger taste. So not the best thing in Animal Kingdom. I think that's Yak and Yeti. Easy. But this is not bad. I am not the last person in here as we make our way out, but you can see not many people around, just finishing up right now. And just like that, we are making our way out of Sutyla Canteen. Great way to end the night. Now I completely lost track of how many animals we counted on our way around the Tree of Life. That being said, it was a ton of fun. We missed the pathway from Tough to Be a Bug as well, so not sure we can count this one. We saw a lot of animals. Plenty of guests still exiting Flight of Passage right now as we make our way out. Almost as if it's a standard practice now to stay until closing, especially in Animal Kingdom, because it closes at 6 p.m. I mean, most guests are still well out and about at 6 p.m. And with that, we're saying good night to Animal Kingdom for tonight. We'll be back before you know it. One day we'll count every single animal on the Tree of Life. One day we'll see them all. I didn't get a chance to today, but I saw a lot of new ones that I'd never seen before, so that was super cool. Thanks so much for sharing in the magic with me today. It was so much fun sharing it all with you. Until next time, have a magical day.